All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Back. 319. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 399.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
He's not going to get me.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see the kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Down right around the 25. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Rodgers going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Check. 52's and Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go, D. Under 10. 10. Right now, you got 58.
On second down, it's Mack. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We go! 60 or. Pick up the ball. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Ready?
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A give running right is Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Johnson's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike. We need 18. Let's go one more.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it. It's Mack. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers, and the catch made by Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Back. Undercrush. Hey, 88. Boxing.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Single slot. Hey, guy, 18 loves to go deep. Put a body on it. Put a body. You better be afraid of me. 46 to Mike. Hey, Mike. Watch the backer. Alert flare.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alpha. 58, boy, 58. Go.
From the gun, McCain looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Take four. Big Ed.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Kill. Shift. Watch the shift. Quick edge. Come. Go out. Let's go.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hey, let's go. No game on this defense, no game. Slam. Topper.
Looking to throw on second down. McCain, this one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCain. They set up the screen to Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Watch twist. Check 99. Switch. Check. Fresno. Hey. 58.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Check. Lucky. Rock it. Yep. Get him. You got it. Get it ready.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Right there.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert able to knock this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
46, boy. Go.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the whip. Chance. Showing it. Go. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, McCain. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
17 yards. And the Browns first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, McCain taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
18. Choose the mic. Watch the run.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Schobert, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And Pascal's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Mack. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
4 down. Check. Get 300. Get 300. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Get out.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They come up in an offset eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Check 13.
He's checking. Crash.
To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
I got it. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I'm here all day.
To throw on 2nd down. McCain. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Operating from the gun, McCain. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his man Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it's going to be second down. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
First down, Cleveland.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
Here we go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Yeah. Ready?
On the ground, it's Chubb. Shedding through the defense. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
80 weapon. Go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they go screen, it's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Blue draw Corker.
From the gun, McCain. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the return here will go to the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Ricky Seals-Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Let's go, D. Double tight, guy.
Hey, lock it.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check your hot read.
Check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Following the fumble recovery, McCain. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the image.